You ever check your bank account and just kind of stare at it? Like, not even shocked anymore, just tired. You tell yourself, okay, next month I'll fix it. You'll save more, spend less, be smarter. But somehow, next month looks exactly the same. Bills, stress, that one random expense that ruins everything. And then you see other people online, traveling, investing, buying houses, and you think, what am I doing wrong? Because you're not lazy, you're not stupid. So why does it feel like no matter how hard you try, you're stuck?
My name is Alex, and honestly, I spend way too much time thinking about money.
Not in a get-rich-quick way, more like, why do most people stay broke even when they're trying not to be? And here's the uncomfortable truth. It's not just about income. It's not just about budgeting. There's a system, psychological, cultural, and financial, that quietly keeps people stuck. And the worst part? Most people never even realize it's happening. So in this video, I'm not going to give you basic advice like save more or skip coffee. Instead, I'm going to break down the real reasons, hidden reasons, why around 70% of Americans never escape financial stress. And if you pay attention, you might start seeing your situation differently, not worse, clearer.
1. The illusion of, I'll save later.
Let's start with something simple. That thought, I'll start saving when I make more money. Sounds logical, right? But here's the thing. That moment almost never comes. Because when your income increases, your lifestyle quietly increases with it. You don't notice it at first. You just upgrade a few things. Better phone, better clothes, maybe eating out more. And suddenly, your expenses rise exactly to match your income. So you're still broke, just at a higher level. There's this guy, let's call him Jake. Jake used to make $2,000 a month, barely saved anything. Then he got a new job, $4,000 a month. He thought, this is it, I'll finally get ahead. 6 months later, still saving nothing. Why? Because now he had a car am, subscriptions, nicer food habits. Basically, his life expanded to fit his paycheck. Why it matters? Because if you don't control lifestyle creep, your future income won't fix your current habits. It just scales them. Before your income increases, decide this. How much of the next money I earn will I never touch? Even 10 to 20%. Lock it mentally. Because if you wait to feel ready, you won't.
The system is designed for spending, not saving. Look around. Everything is designed to make you spend. Apps, ads, notifications, limited time offer, only 3 left, sale ends tonight. It's not random. It's engineered. Companies don't make money when you save. They make money when you spend impulsively. So they study your behavior, your emotions, your weak points, and they use it. Ever opened an app just to check one thing and somehow ended up buying something you didn't even plan? Yeah, that wasn't an accident. Why it matters? Because if you think you're bad with money, you're ignoring the fact that billion-dollar systems are designed to outsmart you. Make spending harder, not easier. Remove saved cards. Wait 24 hours before buying anything non-essential. Unfollow pages that trigger spending. You don't need more discipline. You need fewer traps. 3. Nobody teaches financial thinking. Be honest. How much did school teach you about money? Not theory, not definitions. Real-life money decisions. Probably nothing useful. You learned how to solve equations, but not how to manage debt. You learned history, but not investing. So most people enter adulthood completely unprepared. A 19-year-old gets their first credit card. They think it's extra money. They spend. They don't understand interest. Boom. Debt cycle begins. Why it matters? Because ignorance in money isn't neutral. It's expensive. Start learning intentionally, not randomly. Focus on basics. How interest works. How investments grow. How debt traps people. Even 10 minutes a day. Consistency beats intensity. 4. The comfort trap. This one's subtle and dangerous. You're not broke enough to panic, but not rich enough to relax. So you stay
Comfortable. Comfort kills urgency. You survive, but you don't grow. Someone earns just enough to pay bills and enjoy weekends. They don't feel pressure to improve. Years pass. Nothing changes. Why it matters? Because growth requires discomfort, and most people avoid it. Create artificial pressure. Set goals that scare you a little. Not unrealistic, but uncomfortable. 5. Comparing yourself to the wrong people. Social media messed this up completely. You're comparing your reality to someone else's highlight reel. You see success without context. No debt, no struggles, no timeline, just results. You see someone your age buying a car. You feel behind. So you rush into financial decisions without understanding their situation. Why it matters? Because comparison leads to emotional spending, and emotional spending destroys finances. Compare yourself to one person, past you. That's it. Income is not the real problem. This might sound harsh, but it's important. Low income makes things harder, but it's not the main reason people stay broke. Plenty of high-income people are broke because they spend everything. Someone earns $100,000 a year, but has zero savings. Why? Lifestyle plus poor decisions. Why it matters? Because if you blame income alone, you ignore behavior. Track where your money actually goes, not where you think it goes. Reality changes everything. 7. Fear of risk keeps people stuck. People avoid investing, avoid starting something new, avoid change because of fear. They think, what if I lose money? But they don't ask, what if I lose time by doing nothing? 2 people. One invests slowly, one waits for the perfect time. 10 years later, only one moved forward. Why it matters? Because inaction is also a decision, and often the worst one. Start small. Risk doesn't have to be extreme, but it has to exist. 8. Identity shapes money behavior. This one's deep. You act based on who you think you are. If you believe, I'm bad with money, you'll behave that way. Someone always says, I can't save, so they don't even try seriously. Why it matters? Because identity creates habits. Change the story, even if it feels fake at first. I'm learning to manage money. That shift matters. So, why do 70% of Americans stay broke? It's not one big mistake. It's small patterns, repeated, ignored, normalized. It's lifestyle creep. It's systems designed to make you spend. It's lack of education, comfort, comparison, fear. And honestly, most people won't change, not because they can't, but because they don't see the full picture. Now you do, and that doesn't mean everything suddenly becomes easy. It just means you're no longer blind to it. And sometimes, that's the first real step. Not a dramatic one, not a flashy one, just a quiet shift in awareness. And from there, things start changing, slowly, but for real.